A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. To throw is Wentz. On the crossing route, complete. That's Black. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Martin, the return. And he'll be out right at the 35. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Brought down by Nate Gary.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Yeah, 61, 52's the mic. Here we go, D.
From the 36, Haskins. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Washington.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Check, 47. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the...
Here's Geis. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Stay in situation. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Redskins 7, Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out.
And Sanders has it poked free, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter.
No, possession's on! Possession's on!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Mike, check, 59. Hey.
Rip box him.
Mike's 59.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here we go. 180.
Watch QB drop. He's crashing. He's
Other side, solid. X3, 218, chop, done.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 280.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Push him back. Hey, switch gears. He's coming.
Ramp.
Double up. Back.
On 3rd down, Kane. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Exit. Check 37.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down, it's Kane. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
82, 40.
Check right. Watch 55. Hey, watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll run with Sanders. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check three.
Black.
Mike 55.
Wentz now to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
You got it.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run with Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Check 50. Check. Crunch.
Hey, Bush.
55's mine, guys. 55. 1, 2, 3.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, Echo.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now Wentz steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. He couldn't give the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
At the 7-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm going to run you over.
This is Geis. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Wentz. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Championships, baby.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to go for a big play now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Your trip is here.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On first down, it's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Here we go.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go, here we go.
Let's get it together, defense.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Love, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Geis with a carry on second down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say,
Play action.
yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run, worked out well. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let them know, let them know. 22, Jet, bomber. 22, Jet, bomber.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
That was a really nice play. We're able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shift.
From midfield now, Haskins. He'll check it down to Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. Check, 47. Cut.
On first down, Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Anyway. Watch twist.
Now a run with Geis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Haskins on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Off.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Mike, check. 59.
5-7.
That's what I do.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Sunday.
Talking about it and bring it.
Hey, over here. What's that?
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
280.
Let's get some
81.
Getting some penetration. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike, 55. 55.
Wentz now on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike.
For Tokyo.
59. I'm coming after
Alpha.
I'm coming after you. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is...
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Empty.
Kill. Hey,
Kill.
24. Check 24. Hey, check Mike.
Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here I come. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, kill. Hey, for Tokyo.
Strip that ball.
Mike
Smith.
5'9". In your face.
Wait, touch.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Sunday.
Mike 55.
Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Auden Tate, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 34.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Check, 47.
Not today, you aren't. Not today. Check safety, check safety. Check 99, check 99.
Rush in, rush in.
They'll run with Geis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Four down. Alert.
On the ground, it's Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pick me up. Here we go.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Love again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people. They're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Touchdown, defense. Watch out.
Lefty.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Sunday.
Another run with Sanders.
Check. Lucky.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
A gain of 25 yards. And the Redskin first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Deuce. Check 31. Slam.
This is Geis on a handoff left. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
He wasn't ready.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, it's Geis.
Dave, baby.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, check, 59. Watch twist. Check 59, Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike's 50. Mike's 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
To throw is Wentz. Matthew Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now it's Martin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
All right, D, let's turn. All right, D.
Kill, kill, kill.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 36, 36.
Shit.
On first down, this is Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Haskins going to try to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Redskins, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop.